Hello everybody, Beard here. Hope you're all doing well today. It's Friday and time to chill out, and I thought I'd try my latest game that I got on Xbox, the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. I thought that would be a pretty awesome blast of the past. Before I get started, I just want to say, if you enjoy my content, whether you watch it as a stream or whether you watch it as a video later or just already my other videos, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, leave me a comment and a like and all that stuff, and it helps to spread the word and keep the channel growing so I can keep on doing this. Thank you very much. With that said, I will get into this game and see what we've got. I haven't really played this. I briefly tested it yesterday on my own, just to have a quick look at it. I have to admit it, so far I was quite impressed. Got quite a diversity. I mean, I need to tweak the settings a little bit here and there, but you've got Final Fight, the King of Dragons, Captain Commando. Oops, excuse me. Oh, I did then. Go back. Captain Commando, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, Armored Warriors, Battle Circuit, and that's your lot. Now, a couple of these I've played a bit of in the past in the arcades and the home ports. Some of the others not so much, so I don't know the quality, but I had a brief go on Final Fight last night and messed about a bit with the emulator settings on it, and it appears to be the arcade ROM, and you've basically got upscaled and some filters, and I didn't really find a filter that I like the most, but I found a serviceable one, so yeah, not too shabby if I do say so. I think I'd like to play all of them and see if I can, broaden my horizons, because some of these arcade games I didn't play back in the day. Some of them I did. My first real proper exposure to Final Fight, if my memory serves me right, was when we got it on the Mega CD, also known as the Sega CD. And it seemed absolutely amazing. It was one of the few games on that platform that really showcased the hardware, what it could do, because it was in some ways it was an enhanced port from the arcade. Although the colour palette was less, it was a good colour palette still. It had big sprites. From what I remember, the sound and the music was improved from the arcade, and the cinematics and things were enhanced or improved in some way. So yeah, it was. The Mega CD was a bit of a tragedy, really, much like the 32X. It had a lot of potential, and for some reason Sega didn't tap into it. Sega were what would you call it? Very contradictory company, because on one hand they could do these amazing achievements, on the other hand they just missed out on so much of their potential. Being a pioneer and really being brave as a company is magnificent, but you also still need a good central strategy. I mean, I remember when we first got the 32X, I was blown away by it. But then it just wasn't utilised. It wasn't supported. Sega perhaps would have been better not bringing out the Saturn, or supporting the 32X alongside it, as they said, but really making it worth everyone's while. I don't know exactly what, but what they did was bad. And then by the time we got to the Dreamcast, the faith in Sega was gone. They'd ruined years of good faith and good work. But anyway, this isn't a Sega video, but I was like many others. I love Sega, and when they died, the video game space was never the same. But to be honest, as much good as the Dreamcast was, they'd already lost the way before then, so they just couldn't claw it back in time. Who wants to buy a console that there's no guarantee it's going to be supported? I mean, in a way, it's amazing how Nintendo keep bouncing back, because they make mistakes as bad as Sega did. I think Nintendo's saving grace is A, they've got a bottomless pit of money, B, they have brands that are so beloved and fans who are so, I don't want to sound insulting, but so in love with the products and the characters that they would take and put up with poor treatment. If Microsoft or Sony treated their fans that way, they'd go down the toilet, they'd be gone. You know, look at Microsoft when they released the Xbox One, how that, with all that horrible copyright DRM stuff and how they acted arrogant, it nearly destroyed them. And when they got the new leadership, they've been so consumer friendly and so generous, and they're still, in my view, not clawed back the market share they once had. But anyway, with that said, let's try some Captain Commando, because I don't think I've played this before. These live streams, like the norm, they do turn into videos afterwards. So I always do these in the context of it being a video later. So that way, while my channel's still not very big, if I don't have anybody viewing it or live, and not many, it's still a serviceable video for my collection. You know, I've got to think smart. Wow. Excuse me. So how do you put a credit in? Done it again. Ah, here we go. I'll try the Ninja. I don't know if I've got the right filters on, but I do like to try and give it a CRT look, but this ain't quite right, but you know, you don't want me messing about. You can't beat a good beat 'em up, can you? I got a good deal on this because there was the Christmas and New Year's sale on Xbox Live, so I grabbed this for £7.99. I don't know what that is in other people's cultures, but it's about half price. And these games are worth it. I mean, I didn't pay for it with money. I do all the Xbox points and stuff, and I get game credit for doing surveys and viewing web pages and tasks and getting achievements. I very rarely, if ever, spend any money on Xbox. Usually I only spend money on Xbox if I'm going to gift somebody I care about with some Xbox credit or a game, or, you know, V-Bucks, I don't know what they're called, but them sort of things. So I typically... How do I ride on the machine then? Okay, I can see the appeal to this game. I'm in power armor. Wow, this was an ambitious game. He's as big as the power arm. He's a big lad, isn't he? Hydraulic arms. I'm not having much luck, am I? I can't have it, no one can. It always happens to me when I try and get the good stuff, I get beaten up getting it. Ninja with a gun. He's very sprightly and acrobatic for his size, isn't he? Could have been a thug, he could have been a good basketball player. I mean, what is he? 10 foot tall? Yeah. Yeah, shooting guns don't seem to help me. It seems to be good to use against me. One Oh, got an achievement, always good. Hello there. It's got the Final Fight game engine, I believe, or the Final Fight had this game engine. I don't know which one came first. So I don't recall playing this. I mean, I may have played it in the arcade, but when I was younger, the arcade, very few games had a lasting impact. I sort of put the money in and had some fun. And, you know, I think it was more the earlier days of my life when I had my very first 8-bit microcomputers, and the arcade seems so vastly better when you think this really, you could do a fairly valiant port of this on a Mega Drive or a Super Nintendo. Oh, the fans on my laptop are making my nose itch. Once you got Streets of Rage, these games didn't seem quite so good, did they? And many of the Super Nintendo awesome games like Turtles in Time and stuff. Excuse me, I just had my nose itchy from the fans on the laptop, so I'm just scratching it. I'm not being rude. The joys of allergies, eh? Yeah, I think they could have been, a 16-bit platforms could have done a pretty good job of this game. Unless they did, and I don't know about it. Not as good as Final Fight. I quite like the mechanics, but I don't get why ninjas in a science fiction world. But I quite like the getting inside the robot mech suits and stuff, and the firearms. It seems strange giving a ninja firearms, but you know, bit of diversity, isn't it? To dab hand with this sword. Ouch. Oh, it's a free-player game. That's cool. So you can do local couch co-op, and you can do online play. See, that's nothing about this game bundle that I quite like. Oh, there's my door. I very much apologise. I'll just see who that is. Very sorry about that. It's the risk I take. At least I was quick. See, I'm not one of these pros. I'm a guy who's just doing his thing. Perhaps I'm lucky. Player select. I wouldn't mind a different character. Oh wow, this guy's a psychopath, isn't he? I'm impressed. I'm not impressed that my doorbell rang, but I'm impressed that the other guy's got firearms. This game deserves points just for being crazy. Very anime, isn't it? For the early sorts of animes anyway, not so much the modern ones. I think this Capcom bundle was worth every penny that I didn't pay. Basically, I'm trying to kill you. Enemy movement patterns are above my intellect. I'm just here for the fighting. Wait. Up to my level, boy. Not very agile, this fellow's not. I'm controlling. Now who am I? I'm not having a great time right now, am I? I'm being beaten up. Oh wow. Have I got a shooting attack of my own? Arcades used to have more than one button. No. Oh wow, I've got something. But I'm trying to learn it under duress, you know what I mean? How did I do that? Oh, man. This must be an attempt at a boss. I just thought it was a regular guy. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this. Now who am I? You can see the Final Fight pedigree, can't you? Like with the map and all that. So let's try and learn some moves. I'm glad it's Friday. Because of this crisis in the world right now, I've been put onto what we call furlough again in one of my jobs, because I've got different jobs, and so my working hours are right back down again. So on one hand it's good because I've got time. On the other hand, there's a 20% pay cut because of it. You know, I suppose isn't terrible. But yeah, it's a lot of uncertainty right now. I mean, I'm not one to worry as much as some people because I've got a different situation than some, but there's a lot going on, isn't there? And after last year, you know, we were hoping this year was going to be a bit brighter, but so far so not. Thank God for our games, eh? Without our games for escapism, this would be a lot harder, and our films as well, but and people to talk to about our favourite games. It's really helpful. We're not alone, are we? Come here, Musashi. Got a broken sword. Yeah, we've just got to stick together and we'll get through this. I'm sure of it. Look after ourselves so our immune systems aren't compromised. Which means not too much drinking. Which isn't a problem for me because I don't drink. I might change the game. Save. This game's lovely. It's got lovely emulators. Quit. What options we got? Well, it's just me. Nothing. Offline mode. Knights of the Warriors of Fate. Let's give that a go. Ah, it's quiet today. Oh, I'll have a quick stretch. Wow. I don't know what I'm looking at. Is this Chinese or Japanese? Apologise. I think I have played this actually. It's not really one you'd forget, is it? I feel like I'm onto a good thing here, getting free play. Back in the day, that would have been amazing, wouldn't it? I'm glad they've used the arcade ROMs. It's a bit of history, isn't it? I think if this stream stays quiet, I'm going to go a bit early because there's a certain person who I should spend some gaming time with and have a chat with and catch up with. I plan to leave a bit early, but the fact that this stream's been so quiet, it'll still be a perfectly big video to enjoy because I mean I've already done 21 minutes, which for a video is plenty, isn't it? So I'll give it a bit longer. This is like Dynasty Warriors 16-bit version. He unhorsed me. My horse is gone. I don't know why I'm unarmed for. It's a strange game this one is. It's got very strange controls and stuff. It's definitely not my favourite. It's not terrible though. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I like that sword. Very nice. This ain't a bad game. Capcom had quite a wealth of games, and I feel like they perhaps would have been wise to. I don't know if any of these are on the Super Nintendo, so I can imagine Super Nintendo doing a 95% arcade perfect port, perhaps with better backgrounds, because I notice these games are very static backgrounds that could really benefit from parallax scrolling and animations, which often the Mega Drive did and the SNES. So in some ways, you could say the Mega Drive and the SNES were powerful. I know the chunky sprites and colour ranges are perhaps above them, but yeah, I think Mega Drive could do a decent port with better backgrounds, and SNES could perhaps do identical. This even resembles SNES type graphics to me. Or is it just me? In terms of playability, Streets of Rage is better than this. Not bad at all. Now I'm back. Oh, I'm not back anymore. I like the weapons aspect. That is something you didn't get on home consoles generally, in my memory at least. If this was on a home console, I'd have hated it. I'd say my only complaint is the, like I say, the backgrounds are rubbish. Where's the parallax scrolling? Where's the animations? But you know. I'm an archer now. Like Legolas. Just a wimpy version. I think I'm Legolas, but really I'm not even Katniss. Yeah. Naughty fan. We've won a great victory. Pound on button, I don't fancy doing that. Which one? I don't quite get that, but... Got me bomby knocker. Boom. Feel I think I'm going to quit this. Oops, or not. I'm going to shoot off early today because there's not much going on in terms of viewers, and I may as well enjoy Friday. Still half an hour video to enjoy for anybody who likes my content. So that said, thank you very much for all your support. Please like, subscribe, click the notification bell, share my video, leave me a comment and all that good stuff. Have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow with Retro Ramblings, which will be my recorded video where I see what comes out of my mouth and show off things or bring up news, whatever. So, thank you very much.